Hey there. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. Killer strategy. Who wants a killer strategy? Got a question for you today. Do you have a fear of action? How do you know? Well, let me ask you a question. Have you done the previous 25 daily actions to supersize your business? Have you participated in and done the little thing, the little task that's been talked about or discussed every day as an action step for supersizing your business? Kind of a yes or no question. Yes, I've done some. That's a no. No, I've done none. And then usually when you say no, but, or I haven't because, you can come up with all kinds of excuses and all kinds of reasons. If you're making excuses, if you're giving a bunch of reasons why you haven't done something, there is at some level, a fear of action operating in your life. Yeah, I know we don't want to think we're afraid of anything, but guess what? We're all afraid of something. I hate heights. I don't like snakes. I guess I'm afraid of them. If I say I hate it, I'm probably afraid of it, right? I don't like anything that doesn't have legs that moves that fast. Creeps me out. I also discovered early on in my supersizing my business activities that I had a huge fear, which was a false belief acting in my life that I didn't even know about. And I worked and strove and was trying all different things to try to supersize my business. And I would make a little bit of progress and then I'd fall back. I'd make a couple steps forward and I'd fall back 3 steps. It just was like I was running and not getting any traction. And I didn't really see on a conscious level why. I knew I was taking action. I was trying things. So I didn't think I was afraid of action. But I had this limiting belief that was limiting what I was allowing myself to do in the business. And I actually discovered it sort of by accident one day. I was doing a store demo. Don't know if you know what that is, but I was standing in the grocery store cutting up Italian food and serving it to people. And I discovered, because I'd met a gentleman that day that we had talked about combining efforts and doing, he was also a manufacturer, doing some fun things for our businesses together. And as I was sitting there in a lull period of this demo, all kinds of reasons not to work with him and not to do this opportunity and not to take advantage of it started popping into my head. And I was kind of surprised at myself because I really wanted to do it. I was really excited about the opportunity. So why was my brain all of a sudden serving me up all these obstacles and all these reasons to not do it? Well, for the first time ever, I realized that I believed that if I was to take advantage of this opportunity, I was going to have to find a way to work harder and work more. And I was already working 7 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a day, plus having my family and trying to keep some semblance of a life. And I was exhausted. And I think out of that exhaustion, I was actually blocking myself from seeing opportunities and taking advantage of opportunities that would have helped me supersize my business because this belief was running in the background. Now, I don't know what's going on with you. Only you know what's going on with you. But if you're not taking action, if you're not supersizing your business, if you're not growing your business, there's always some kind of a false belief running in the background. I call them fucking little bastards because false beliefs, false limiting beliefs are what mess up anything that it is we're trying to achieve. Anything we think that we want or are trying to accomplish, if we're not getting there, if we're hitting more obstacles, it's because these false beliefs are running at our subconscious. Now, we got to get rid of them. How do you get rid of a false belief? How do you know if it's a false belief? Well, the way to know if it's a false belief is if you say it. If you say, I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, or I don't have the right connections, how does it make you feel when you say that or you hear that? If somebody tells you you're an idiot, how does that make you feel? Well, if it doesn't make you feel any way at all, if it doesn't make you feel heavy or upset you, well, maybe you're an idiot. If it makes you feel bad or hurts your feelings, or you all of a sudden start piling on all the reasons why you are an idiot, that's a false belief, right? So how do you get rid of these false beliefs? I've got a little trick. Find an object that's not very significant or important. If you're outside, grab a little rock or stone. If you're inside, just find a coin like a penny or something small and little that you can hold in your hand. What I want you to do is take that object and put it in your hand. Now that object represents the false belief, the belief that you have that you want to get rid of and let go of. Because the only way we can get rid of false beliefs is we have to let go of them, let them out of our life. We have to shine the light of falseness on them. And this is one way to do it. Put it in your hand. This is the false belief, little rock. Now your hand, close your hand around it and imagine that your hand is wherever in your body that you feel heavy or off, or you notice that something isn't right when you hear or are experiencing this false belief. So if somebody says, or if I say to myself, I can't do this because I have to work harder, how does that make me feel? And where do I feel that? I feel it in my stomach, in my gut. I feel it in the back of my neck. I feel it between my shoulder blades. I feel false beliefs a lot. I got a lot of them, so they're all over my body. But where do I feel that false belief? So this one was right in my gut. This was a gut level thing, a gut-wrenching thing, how they say gut-wrenching. It was in my gut that I was feeling this. So I feel that. I feel where that is. And I tune into where that is because that's going to be important in the future for identifying when something is triggering a false belief in us. So we might not even know consciously what it is yet. But if we feel it, if we feel something funny in our gut, we know that we have to ask ourselves, well, what's causing that feeling? Because that's how we start to bring false beliefs from our subconscious to our conscious so we can get rid of the little buggers. Now, open your hand and move that coin or that stone around on your hand. Guess what? It's not attached, is it? You can actually pick it up and move it. We can move it around. It's not attached to who we are, to our bodies. We can actually, in the next step, turn our hand over and just let that go. Now, how does that feel? To me, it feels really, really empowering, and I feel so much relief when I do that. Just that little exercise of letting go of that false belief, just realizing that it's not attached to my body and I can just move it around or let it go, gives me the power to know that I can let it go. So your action today is to actually do this. Get a coin, get a little stone, and actually think of what's going on in your life, because we all have false beliefs, and it might not even be with respect to supersizing your business, but use this for some other false belief then and see what kind of an impact it makes on your day and your life. That's it. Go out, make it a fantastic day. Let go of those false beliefs so we can get going on these action steps and supersize your business. See you tomorrow. Bye.